I've been picking up some cheap mules, and they all range in different sort of colours and types and sizes. This time I got a Salomon one. I got these for I think £36, and the reason I bought these is after the gym they're good. These are supposed to be good for sort of recovery, so for your feet, and they feel very lightweight. I suppose here it's sort of very sort of kind of flexible. They've got quite a good sort of outsole. It feels quite sort of grippy and quite sort of chunky as well. Also like this kind of tread where it kind of looks like it's almost like a track on a tank. And just the colourway is probably not the one that I'd probably say that this is what I'd usually go for, because it's quite loud. But if I'm just wearing it from to and from the gym, not the end of the world. Just a nice sort of easy sort of slip-on trainer to have. So here are the details for the Salomon RX Mach 3.0 in high-risk red. It's the colourway is black, lemon and high-risk red, so it's kind of the more sort of OG Salomon colourways. And it has an EVA sole, and it's made up of all synthetic upper materials, and the price was £80. In terms of comfort and sizing, it has a firm sole, so it's not soft. I think the softness comes from the insole itself, which is quite nice actually, and the arch is supportive as well in my opinion. It's not like majorly supportive, but supportive enough for a kind of recovery slide. And because it's just made up of sort of this sort of soft, sort of meshy sort of synthetic material, it's very sort of easy to wear, and you kind of don't need to sort of wear them in. They kind of just sort of okay straight out of the box. And you can go sort of true to size on these. I think it's fine because they got sort of flexibility in the upper in terms of the materials. You'll be fine. And I think it's got sort of average grip for all types of weather. It's not kind of the grip that you get on the Salomon hiking trainers, but at the same time it's still pretty good. It's not like I wouldn't kind of count on it to kind of basically be the be all and end all in sort of really bad weather, but it'll do the job enough, I think. In terms of the look and style, it's got a sort of classic sort of mock design really, and the colour palette is quite loud in my opinion, so I think that's one of the other things, so just bear that in mind. So, and then also these can sort of be worn sort of spring and summertime in my opinion. I think they're a bit too cold for sort of autumn winter, only if you're kind of wearing them for recovery, that they're probably, you can kind of rock them whenever. But if you're kind of, you know, wearing them sort of casual, smart casual, then I'd probably sort of say they haven't got much warmth to them. And in terms of the pros, it has sort of a minimalist design, which I like in sort of mocks, and all mocks kind of have that. The comfort level, even though it's kind of simple, it's still sort of very sort of comfortable, because it's kind of got more of a neutral kind of basically footbed, so you're kind of easy to sort of walk around in, and there's not much weight to it. It's very sort of lightweight. It has a flexible outsole, so basically it has sort of this kind of rebound sort of thing in there where you, as you're walking, because it's got this kind of tank-like tracks, as you're walking it kind of then sort of helps you sort of move your foot quicker, similar to like fuel cell really. And they're just good for like recovery, so if any type of sort of activity, hard activity that you do, and you're on your feet and basically want something to kind of just ease you back into kind of just regular life, then this is a good one to get. In terms of cons, I think the cost is like £80 is still sort of, for any kind of mock, is high in my opinion. I think if it was sort of priced around 60, I think it'd be good. And this particular colourway is sort of difficult to match, so just be wary of that, and that's probably why it's more attuned to sort of be in the sort of sports kind of arena really, unless you kind of like loud colourways. And in terms of the ratings, I give the look and style a 4 out of 5. It's just a really cool looking mock in my opinion. And the comfort, like I said, it's because it's neutral, it's still very comfortable, so it's like a 4 out of 5. I think the insoles provide most of the comfort, but because it's lightweight, that really helps. And the quality is a 4 as well, so I think the Salomon stuff is just made really well. Even though the materials are not the greatest, it's still sort of made and constructed very well, and especially the outsole. And in terms of the pricing, I give that 3. If they price at sort of lower price, I think it would be a really good seller. And then basically overall I give it a 4 out of 5. I think it's a really nice mock to get if you kind of want something sort of recovery, or just sort of walking casually in the sort of summertime, and probably good for like if you're sort of driving as well. So a good one to sort of slip into.